You saw me standing alone, without a dream in my
I have here sitting in front of me the musical duo, as well as the married couple, Beautiful Melodies. How are you guys doing today?
We're doing good, Jamal. Thanks.
Very well, thank you.
Aunt Teresa, Uncle Solomon, thank you for sitting down with me to conduct this interview. I really appreciate it.
Jamal, we thank you for all the work you've done on the numerous projects that we have done together. We look forward to working with you in the future.
No problem. In pre-discussion, I asked, what do you want the world to know about you as Beautiful Melodies?
We want the world to know that music and the process of making music is a beautiful process. We're just two people among the perhaps billions of people who make music. And so, but I guess we would want the world to know that it is a beautiful process.
Okay. Uncle Solomon, how did you first get into music exactly?
I got into music primarily through family and community. I also believe that music is ingrained in every human being. I mean, it's an innate quality to experience music, especially rhythm. The sun goes up and down, that's a rhythm. The beat of our heart, that's a rhythm. So music is an integral part of every human being.
Okay, might I ask you the same question now, Teresa?
You'd certainly get a similar answer. My whole family was involved in music, and all family gatherings had music at them. So it seemed a natural progression to be at this point.
Okay. How long have you guys been married and working together as Beautiful Melodies?
We've been married for 20 years and been working together, performing music for about 2.5 to 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say that's correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what is in your musical repertoire?
Our repertoire right now is jazz standards, so that includes songs such as Cole Porter's Night and Day, Darn That Dream, All of Me. We do have a smattering currently of what I would call light favorites.
Yeah, I'd say that's right.
So we're in the process of expanding.
Okay, that leads to my next question. So your current music repertoire is jazz standards. Are there any other forms or genres that you want to explore and perform? If so, what are they?
Sure. Classical pieces, short classical pieces, folk songs from other countries as well.
And pieces are also hoping to include pieces in foreign languages.
Oh, wow. Okay, so where did the name Beautiful Melodies come from exactly?
The name came from the realization that people liked and needed to hear beauty in music again. When we first started doing this on 6th Avenue, people would always respond and say, "Oh, that was beautiful, that was beautiful." So that, in a sense, gave us our direction and also the name, hence Beautiful Melodies.
Okay. So what is the responsibility as an artist, or rather artist, for Beautiful Melodies?
Well, in my opinion, that is to, an artist should strive to be as good as and as excellent as they can be on whatever craft it is they're doing. Because of the fact that we need to inspire each other to do well. Actually, my commitment as an artist is actually my commitment as a human being, which is to inspire other human beings to do well.
Okay, now what inspires Beautiful Melodies, or rather what motivates you guys?
We work in venues where there is an appreciation for a certain musical atmosphere. They're not looking for fusion rock. They're looking for music that they can have a conversation to and have community with, and that is what we provide.
Okay. How do you guys juggle a career and music at the same time? How does this work out? Do you do this full time or?
Well, we both have day jobs. We both work in the field of education, and so after our day jobs, we hit the road at night to moonlight. I guess that's the word that people use,
That's the
right?
terminology, yes.
Moonlight, and it's an exhausting process, but for our goals, we hope to transition into doing just music.
And the struggle is rewarding.
Okay. Okay, so now I have a few quick questions. Teresa, what goes through your mind when you're singing and performing?
You know, in this, in what we do, Solomon is amazing, and he's an extremely astute guitarist, and very good at remembering melodies and remembering words. This is a feat that I cannot perform. So a lot of times I'm singing and I'm looking off, but I'm trying to visualize the melody, the rhythm flow of it,
Correct.
and I'm trying to remember the words to the songs.
Uncle Solomon?
I'm trying to play sensitively and expressively throughout the entire thing. I would say that that's really what's on my mind. And sometimes, to tell you the truth, I don't really have to think about it sometimes. It's just coming from the process of doing it so much. After a while, you get in sync, and yeah, so.
Wow. Okay, so how many guitars do you own, and do they have names?
I own 3 jazz hollow-bodied guitars. The one that I have here is a collar belly. This is my favorite one. The neck was actually, as far as I understand, was made by Gibson. Although Carlo Rubelli is the manufacturer, they collaborated. So this guitar is very special to me. I call this one Bell. I also have an Epiphone and an Ibanez.
Okay. This is geared toward both. Who are your favorite artists, if you have any, past or present?
There's an up-and-coming artist named Jamal Harry that we really do appreciate listening to. You know, that's a difficult question because there is an amalgam of music out there across the world, and we have had a listening to a lot of it. So there is no favorite person, but the artist who is working towards the community, I could almost say that that is our favorite kind of artist, the artist that is talking to people.
In my particular case, it's interesting. I grew up listening. I wanted to be a singer growing up. As a matter of fact, most of my friends know me as just walking around singing all day long. And my favorite performer was Eddie Kendricks of the Temptations. And but later on, when I got serious about the guitar, I would say the 3 that influenced me most were Joe Pass, the virtuoso guitarist, Wes Montgomery, and George Benson.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, in closing, is there any advice that you would love to give to any up-and-coming or aspiring individuals that want to pursue music as a career?
Yes, I would say a number of things, but to be brief about it, one, you have to be disciplined. You have to do the work. You can't take any shortcuts. If you're a musician, you have to learn to read music, study music theory, listen to music from different genres and different time periods, and develop your craft. You have to practice about 4 or 5 hours a day. Serious musicians sometimes practice 9, 10 hours a day. But so I would say that's the advice that I would give all up-and-coming musicians or singers as well.
And I would probably say that it's good to keep your ego out of the process. That you have to remember that you're a team player. And that really brings out a lot. It's like a salad. You know, you don't have a salad with just lettuce. You have the lettuce, you have the tomatoes, sometimes you have parsley. And that is what working in music is like. You have a lot of things that come together.
Okay. Well, thank you guys for sitting down and conducting this interview. I know you guys have a busy schedule. Good luck.
Thank you so much, Jamal.
Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you, Mo.